Hey, good morning, it's Allie, and I am just out on my morning walk, just starting here, and wanted to say happy day in the life to those of you guys that are participating. And I wanted to give you a couple tips. The first is that you don't have to document every single thing that you're doing all day long. You can if you want to, but one of the things that I've found is that it's way easier to do it on the hour. So what that means for me is that I set my alarm on my phone, and every hour it goes off, and at that time then I just take a picture and write down on the cards or wherever you're storing that information, something, a little story that you want to tell. So remember to think about it as like the little stories of the day are making up one bigger story, right? So none of these little individual stories need to be perfect in any way. They can just be how they are, and then the big story at the end. Another thing that I want to think about today is perspective, and I wrote a blog post about this yesterday, but thinking about what's my photo angle, and am I doing something different, trying to look at it in a new way. You know, even the same things that I've seen a million times before, like is there a different angle? Can I get up higher? Can I get up lower? Can I do a self-timer shot in this space? All those kinds of things are things that you can think about to play around today. Another thing you can do is we included a rolling stamp with the Day in the Life kit if you grabbed that this time. And that one has a bunch of ing words on it, and you can use those as jumping off points for your story on the hour. So the other thing that I want to focus on today is thinking a little bit more about the details and what are the details of the day, just those mundane everyday life things that are kind of stuff that I like looking back on in the years to come. So my plan is to actually just transcribe whatever I put in Instagram today. If I do, one photo each hour, and then that's my journaling, and then I'll just take that journaling and add that directly onto my cards. And then at the end, or tomorrow or whenever, my plan is to add it into my Project Life album. So I'll use, I think, the Design F page protector that holds a lot of 3x4 photos and cards. That'll be what I'll use. One last thing before I focus on walking here is that one of the other things I'm doing is I'm taking a lot more shots that are vertical, and I think that might be kind of a little bit because of stories, like using these Instagram stories. But taking vertical shots is great for this project because if you're using the Design F page protectors, then those pockets are all vertical 3x4s, and they'll fit in there a lot better. And then lastly, the biggest reminder is that your story matters. You matter. The things that are happening in your life, they are not boring. You may do the same thing all the time, and that's totally okay. So embrace what you've got going on and have fun documenting.